Right, welcome back, everybody. We've got the heavyweights coming now. Teremoana against Singh. JFT will be in the building shortly, hopefully. And then the big ones, Sky versus Tiara Brown and versus Wiley, which I'm especially looking forward to after what we've seen this week. Teremoana, 6-0, I think now. Obviously lost to Jalalov at the Paris Olympics. He's looking like he should be decent, but again, he hasn't fought anybody of real note yet, and they're not exactly moving him through rapidly. Oh, here we go. Liam's in the building.
Yo, morning, guys.
Morning, mate. The alarm not go off this morning.
There's a reason which I share off camera, mate. It's not for everyone to know.
Right.
Yeah, no, look, just what you said about Teremoana. I think it's interesting because he went to the Olympic Games, obviously, when he probably would have been maybe making a progression through the pros. He stayed with the amateurs and obviously had to qualify for the Olympics. So, look, the shackles are off now. He doesn't have to worry about an amateur style. We can fully progress into the pros, can't he?
Well, yeah, definitely. Got the full house back together now for the remainder of the card. Good little stream first off for Shanika. She stopped Nina Hughes. Liam, I don't know if you saw it or not. But the towel came in the 7th. But
strange finish because she took way worse punishment earlier on in the fight, and she was in a bit of an exchange, a bit scrappy, and towel came in. It was weird.
Yeah. But look, it was a convincing performance. I think Nina probably needs to leave it there.
She's 41, isn't she? And she obviously wasn't the most active of fighters anyway, and then she's waited a year to get this rematch.
Well, look, there was narrative behind this rematch, wasn't there? That was kind of, what made it a thing. There's not really anything else left out there for her, I don't think. Teremoana's having a good time, boys, anyway.
He's enjoying his ring walk, isn't he?
I tell you what, I've never seen a more apt nickname for a boxer than the Beast, which is what Singh's nickname is if you look at all his team.
Yeah, he's an absolute unit.
I think they've nailed that as a nickname.
He's built like me, bless him.
Rick Shithouse. Look, me and you done the watch along on the upper tire card with him, mate. And yes, it was a limited opponent, but his punch selection and the way he got the finish was impressive, wasn't it?
He's quick as well, isn't he?
He didn't rush his work. He sort of got his opponent hurt and then got the finish, which is what you want to see against this level of opponent. You don't read too much into it, but equally you've got to look at how they do get the finishes.
Yeah, look, I'd like to see him. Yeah, I'm with Luca. Thanks for joining us again, Luca. His last couple have been round one blowouts, haven't they? So, eventually at what point does he need to change his level of opposition to where, I'm not saying that, he needs to be fighting.
You mean when's he going to have an actual fight?
Yeah.
Well, Eddie had said what the plan was for him, but Hooney's had to have his elbow operation, which was obviously put paid to that. That was the plan for June time, wasn't it? Teremoana against Hooney, but that's been put paid to.
They're talking about Moses and Hooney happening now, aren't they? Because
they're number 1 and number 2, aren't they?
Rest in peace, Justice Hooney. Moses will beat the brakes off him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because they're both WBO 1 and 2, as you say. Yeah, so look.
Here we go.
Yeah, good luck, Justice, if you take that one. Jesus, the size of Teremoana.
Big boy, isn't he?
To be fair, as Jay says, the size of Singh as well.
Yeah, but for different reasons, we're talking about the size of these two blokes. Let's be
beast.
God bless.
He's smiling like a man that knows what he's about to hurt for hours.
He's out of breath already, Singh. Look, he's done. Cardio's gone.
Ring walk was too long for him.
Oh shit! The bed.
Jesus Christ! Teremoana's just letting it all go.
Oh, Jesus, he took one as well.
Yeah, took one there. Singh's come to give it some.
Oh, mate. Imagine if Singh chins him.
Lad.
Is my new favourite heavyweight, Singh.
Oh, it's a shootout, boys.
He's done. Singh's done, mate.
Oh,
ref, get in there, come on.
He's got his knee braced up as well as Singh, so that don't bode well, does it?
I tell you what, this Teremoana, I'd like to see it because he ain't like some of these patient heavyweights, man. He don't get paid for overtime.
He doesn't wait to pull the trigger. He just pulls it.
Nah, he goes in straight from the off. He
does, but it's
stands tall though, doesn't he?
It's against the standard of opponent that he's
Yeah.
allowed to do that against. You know,
Yeah.
there's not much coming back. I mean, he did take one on the whiskers there.
Stands very tall.
Oh, another one. Go on, Singh.
Oh, and again, Singh.
Go on, do it for the fat lads. Come on, son. It does actually look like he's blowing. I know I was joking, but it does actually.
No, he does look like he's blowing, mate. He looks like every
on,
bloke that's had 10 pints outside of Weatherspoons when they get pissed off on the way out.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a few of these on a Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah, we've all been. Oh, big left hand from Teremoana.
Yeah.
Singh is take these down. Singh is down. 1 minute 23 left in round number one.
He's
saying it's a low blow.
Shot.
Over. It looks more like exhaustion than being bad.
Yeah, it looked like he needed a lie down.
When I said he was blowing, it looked like he was blowing on the bloody ring walk.
If the ref sorts his shorts out here because his guards come up, no, I was going to say it might do him a favour.
He's just looking to lean on Teremoana, isn't he? But
yeah,
I was going to say if Singh had anything about him, he'd be grabbing hold here, but he just doesn't have it in him, does he?
He don't know what to do. It's over. It's over.
Head's getting rocked back, and the referee's in.
I mean, he did what he could. You can't read anything into that. Singh was shit.
Which is what me and Sam said in January. You can't read anything into the opponent.
I don't know why they put that on before Johnson, after Johnson and Hughes, to be honest, because that was always going to be a blowout, wasn't it? So I don't understand why you don't have that on earlier in the night. Then
eyeballs, mate. They're doing it for the same reason Moses was put high on cards when he was coming through. They're doing it for eyeballs because they want to generate and build behind him.
Yeah.
And if anybody wondered what it looks like when JFT gets into the ring, that is exactly what would happen.
Yeah,
and
it was a bit
like Teremoana. I mean, more like Jason.
Knee brace as well, mate.
Yes. Got you a winner, Luca. Anyway, you called it before it happened. But yeah, look, he was going to get ironed out anyway, wasn't he? So I don't mind the stoppage, to be honest.
The way I look at it as well, he's gone from January the 10th into what are we on now, March the 22nd. At this speed, we'll get him out again in June. As long as it's a step up in June, we don't need to see this again. He's had 2 of these. Let's see.
In September.
Yeah,
like, stick him in with Jalalov, rematch of the Olympics.
That's what I was going at.
Jalalov's career has been ridiculous as well. He's 31 years old. He's super talented, like proper super talented, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. And now he's talking about going into 28 Olympics. Now it's been added back in again. Like, mate, what a top rank doing? What he laid his gloves out in Paris and retired from amateur boxing.
Wasted him.
This guy's like super talented heavyweight, like who could be on these Riyadh season cards. He's way better than Jared Anderson, who's a top rank heavyweight. He can compete with the best in the division for me. Jalalov, he's so good, but his career's just been mismanaged awfully, in my opinion. Anyway, not that I know anything, but
it comes back to the conversation me and Jay were having on Straight Talk the other day.
Fair play.
The conversation me and Jay had the other day where allowing professionals to compete in the Olympics not only, takes away from what the Olympic Games is meant to be for the amateurs, but it also detracts from the pro game as well. Because let's be realistic, Jalalov sees the Olympic Games as easier than climbing the ranks in the heavyweights because of the experience he has. If they're blanket banned, I mean, the best thing that can come is the IOC say you're allowed back in the Olympics, but it has to go back to being fully amateurs. We're not allowed anyone who's had any professional fights. And then Jalalov will have a decision to make. Either he wants to be a professional boxer or he enjoys beating up amateurs that unfortunately haven't had as much time and training as he's had.
Luca, what you got for Sky Nicholson? Where do you think that? I think
Luca's big on Sky. I think I
don't think Tiara Brown is 6.5 to 1.
Look, if she fights as well as she's talked in the build-up, then it's going to be an interesting fight.
Sky Nicholson's 20 to 1 to win by TKO, KO, and DQ in under 8.5 rounds. I mean, I can't see her stopping her like that, can you?
No.
Sky just can't punch, but she's an amazing boxer. So,
Teremoana with the Cook Island War Dance celebrate his victory again at the moment.
If I put £1,000 on Sky Nicholson to win, I win 110 quid.
Yeah.
Says a lot though, doesn't it? Like, the odds are so stacked in her favour and she is that good as well. I think, Brown's talked the talk all week, like we said, but how much of that is nervous energy? How much is she needing to do that to keep herself in?
It just shows you this is one of the fights in the division that we're talking about as like being a good fight and close, and yet she's 13-2 to win.
Crazy, isn't it? Tiara Brown is 11-1 to win by KO, TKO, or DQ.
No,
was she to win on points?
Yeah, Sky UD, Lucas. The only way 14, I can see it going.
14.
See, that's short for me as well, because I haven't seen anything from Sky's chin to say that she's able to be stopped, if that makes sense.
No.
Not like we've seen her wobble
hit it as well. Got to find the chin to stop it. But yeah, look, we may as well get off this one, and then we'll go into Sky and Tiara Brown then. Yeah, thanks to those that joined us, Lucas.
See you in a minute, boys.
Jay and Liam, we thought it'd be around. It was around, but at least we get the big two on the way soon. We'll see you shortly, guys.